Welcome to this video about Jesco's Firelinks. My name is Albert Kooijman. I'm responsible for applications on Microsoft Lync and the Unified Communications Platform. Today I'm here together with Andrew. Andrew, can you introduce yourself?
G'day, it's Andrew Homewood, Jesco Consulting. I'm the UC Sales and Marketing Manager.
And can you tell us a little bit more about your application?
Firelinks is a bushfire alerting system. Firelinks bushfire alert system actually replaces a manual phone tree which had been put in place by the local communities north of Melbourne. That system involved a list of names on a fridge. When a person in that community received a phone call to say there was a fire in the vicinity, they had to then ring all the people on that list and tell them the same message. And of course, each one of those people in turn had their list of people to call and tell them that message. And actually, when the system was tested not in a bushfire situation, it was found that the entire phone tree took almost an hour to complete. What we're able to achieve with the bushfire alert system, we're able to alert everyone that needed to be alerted in that community area in a matter of approximately 8 minutes. We were able to get a report out the other end to indicate whether or not those calls were successful and therefore retried, and the people involved were not put in any more danger because they didn't need to hang around or wait to enact their own personal bushfire plans to get that message out. Normally the Firelinks bushfire system will be in a green state with lots of green indicators indicating everything's great, and we certainly hope that that remains that way. But come summertime, if there's a fire event, we will see that one of the local indicators will turn from a green state to an alert state. That may have happened because one of the locals has seen a fire event, or perhaps some smoke over the horizon, and they're concerned about that, so they pick up their phone, they'll ring into the Firelinks system and choose the appropriate message to indicate to the people in their community that there's a concern.
Welcome to the Firelinks Bushfire Alert System. Please enter your Firelinks PIN.
Should that message prove to be hopefully a false alarm, another quick phone call or somebody from a web page with authority can say that's a false alarm, and everyone in the community can then be told immediately that not to be concerned, there's nothing to be worried about. In the event where the state does go to critical, the message can then be sent out in regards to the proximity of the fire and the state of the local communities, the groups around them, may also change on the basis that the fire is obviously in the vicinity of their area as well. Any authority that's also federated into the system may be alerted by the system so that the local fire authorities or the other emergency services are aware that the community in question believes it's under threat and is taking active steps to react to that fire. Once the fire has been contained, importantly, the alert status can be resumed back to normal, and any message that needs to be sent out to the community to reassure them of that fact can be the case. The interesting part about this versus a pure broadcast system, however, is that when a message is sent out to the people in question, it can be interactive so that those people can say, yes, I've received that response and I'm activating my fire plan, or that they're not activating their fire plan. And the importance of this is that the emergency services can then use that information and from that basis understand where people are at, because during a fire event it's very chaotic. It's uncertain where people may be, whether or not they're even on holidays, they may not even be in the local area, whether or not they've actually moved to a safe area that they've indicated in their fire plan. This is all information which will be relevant both during the emergency and immediately after the emergency to help the resources of those organisations that are responding to the fire be used. Yeah, important part of this is that even though we want to be reporting and using SQL database to be able to store information, and all the back-end systems are important for a good system, the people who are interacting with it, both the people who, from an authorization point of view, they need to be able to interact with the system using whatever telephony device or communication device they have at hand, which is typically a phone. Could be as simple as a touch phone that they've been using in their house for the last 20 years, or it could be a Windows-enabled mobile phone with an OCS client. Any type of communication device could be used to trigger the alert And of course, the target audience is anyone. We don't know exactly what telephone system they do or don't have. They need to be able to get the message through, so it's a very ubiquitous way of communicating.
So what are the different channels of communications that you are using? You spoke about the phone a lot, but you can also use instant messaging. Can you use email? Can you use SMS?
Because essentially we're able to set out a standard message, and there's actually a protocol for a standard alert message, emergency message. That same message can be replicated word for word over voice, over IM, over SMS, over email, presented onto a web page or any of the social media that those things plug into. Go to jasco.net.au, follow the link to UC. You'll see some information about our Jasco UC framework, and you'll even get an opportunity to try a little bit of Microsoft UC if you haven't had the chance already.